guys, it's me, Liv. This is my 6-week bump date. I apologize that I look like crap, and I'm also going to keep it really short. I am really high in anxiety today. I honestly haven't even really wanted to do this video just because I'm so full of anxieties and fears that it just hasn't been something I really wanted to talk about. I just want to ignore it. But basically, I have my ultrasound coming up on Wednesday, so there's some anxiety building up to that. However, I also have, starting a few days ago, started having these rashes around my progesterone oil shots, around the injection sites, these raised, bumpy, itchy rashes, which is a localized reaction to the sesame oil, which apparently is quite common, but given all of my immune issues and fears about immune reaction with my body, it obviously is a concern for me. So I contacted my doctor, and they're trying to find me a pharmacy that will do it in olive oil. So I think you can also get an ethyl oleate, but for whatever reason he's recommending olive oil. My pharmacy doesn't do compounds, so they're looking at a different pharmacy, but my clinic's in New York, and I don't know that the pharmacy that they've chosen will ship to Texas because I've run into that issue in the past. So we'll see. I'm waiting to hear back from them on that. I've been on Benadryl since last night, just to kind of try and ease it because it is quite uncomfortable and quite itchy, and that's managing it pretty well for the time being. But at the same time, I really want to be on Benadryl. And I also obviously want to treat the actual issue, and I have to take another shot tonight. I won't be able to get the meds today, that's for sure, so I will be taking another one tonight. So I'll make sure that I take a Benadryl before that, and then we'll just have to cope and hope for the best. But obviously, like, I'm not happy about it. I wish it wasn't happening, but hopefully all will be well. Secondly, I, starting last night, had these like sharp stabbing pains in my left groin, hip, pelvis area. I don't really know how to pinpoint the area, but it's like basically if I find my hip bone, I move just slightly inwards and slightly down. It's kind of just right in that kind of nook there, almost where I would presume that my pelvis attaches to like the hip. I don't know if they attach, but that right in that kind of spot. So that can be a few different things. I'm obviously, like, first thing that my mind goes to that I'm fearful of is ectopic pregnancy, which would really be really, really sad, because obviously you can't continue with a pregnancy if it's in your tubes. Other things that it could be something called round ligament pain, but it seems to me to be too early for that. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if maybe you can experience it this early in pregnancy. Other people have said it's just normal sort of like growing pains with pregnancy. I've never been pregnant, so I don't know any of this, right? Have never experienced this before, and obviously don't know what is normal and what's not normal. And Dr. Google can take you in all sorts of different directions, so you don't really know what to believe. I could email my clinic, but right now we're dealing with the rash, and it's just kind of like one thing at a time. So I said sort of to myself that if it doesn't get any worse, then I'm not going to worry about it for now. I'm just going to make a note of it and then deal with it if it does get worse, or if and when I see my OB on Wednesday, if it's still an issue, bring it up. So that's been going on. Today it seems to be a little bit better, maybe not substantially, but it definitely hasn't gotten worse, and that's good. So I'm keeping an eye on it. Last night I was almost tempted to go to the hospital and just ease my mind. I think that if I can just see that our baby is safe and sound in my uterus, then I will breathe a huge sigh of relief. But right now I'm running through a million what ifs. And of course last night I couldn't sleep because I have this rash that I'm freaking out about. I'm in pain, and if I'm laying on my right side, which is usually the side that I sleep on, it's really painful. So it would wake me up with these like little sharp jabs. So I'm a bit tired. In terms of general symptoms right now, I don't really have many. I still feel like I'm lacking pregnancy symptoms. Frequent urination is definitely a thing, but I'm also drinking more water, so that goes hand in hand. I am definitely like slightly sensitive in my breasts, but not really, not any more so than maybe I would normally feel like I am. I don't know. Fatigue, sure, but I'm also not sleeping great because of anxiety. Yeah, I mean, like my appetite ebbs and flows. Sometimes I feel nauseous, but that's sometimes it's just because I'm hungry. So it's really hard for me to pinpoint what's going on. I definitely have constipation. And so that's another thing that of course could be related to this like pain, is like gas and constipation related. I don't think so, because I've dealt with constipation in the past and it doesn't feel like the same type of pain, but what do I know? And the other thing I should mention that could be with my hip is if there is stretching and things are making room for baby, it is possible. I had a hip injury on my left side. Specifically, they thought I had a labral tear, and it was really, really bad hip injury. So it's on my left side and it's sort of in my hip again. It kind of is in different spots. The sharp pain is where I mentioned, but there's sort of also kind of like just a radiating dull ache in my whole hip. So I'm wondering if maybe that's also amplified by the fact that I have a former injury. So anyways, that's sort of what's going on with me right now. I'm really hopeful for Wednesday. I really would love to get some good news and be able to sort of settle into this pregnancy a little bit. I am dealing with a bit of denial of accepting this pregnancy. Obviously, I'm so grateful and I'm like welcoming all of it with open arms. I just mean in terms of mentally actually saying like, yes, I'm pregnant. I think I'm very guarded and I'm protecting my heart in a lot of ways that I don't want to get too excited because I just am so fearful of it being taken from me. I'm working on that still, and I've been doing better, but I think when certain things come up like this sharp pain situation and the rash, they bring up a lot of worries that ultimately lead me to kind of have what if scenarios in my head, and that's never healthy, but it's the truth of how the process works for someone who's dealt with infertility. I think we've lost a lot of trust in our bodies and our ability to get pregnant and therefore stay pregnant. So yeah, anyways, that's it. I don't do the belly tour, as I call it, today. I'm gonna do those every 2 weeks because obviously since last week, nothing's changed really. And I also think that you can't really see much difference week to week. I think every 2 weeks is sort of a better time frame to do that. So that's what I'm gonna continue to do. Thank you to all my new subscribers who are joining us in this journey. It is anxiety filled right now. I apologize and I look like crap and all this stuff, but this is the real deal. This is how it is. So thank you for joining us and for watching and for all your support. It means a lot. So until next time, which will be Wednesday, talk soon.